Good Friday morning. If I've done the timing right, this will drop on a Friday just before Thanksgiving. So, kind of the previous videos I've been talking about, it is the holiday shopping season. And so if you're buying new computers, which perfectly fine with you buying them somewhere else as long as you bring them to me for service. If you're buying new computers, most of the time people buy them, they wrap them up and never do anything else with them until the day they open up, and then they got to set them up, and sometimes it could be problems. As mentioned in previous videos, do not create a Microsoft account. It will cause you more problems than what it is worth. And if this laptop or desktop that you're buying is scheduled to replace an existing computer, you'll definitely want to bring it to me. That way I could do your data transfer of your existing files. Might not be able to transfer your software, so hopefully you have those on download or on disk or on flash drive. But yeah, if you need me to set it up, bring it to me. If you're going to try and set it up yourself, just be aware, and I'm going to show you a Windows 10 install here. This is, again, using VMware to run my virtual machines. We're going to run an installation here so you can kind of see where it's at. Now, this is an older version of the setup, so it will not look exactly the same as a brand new laptop or desktop because Cortana talks to you. This particular version does not, because I have an older one. Excuse me, I got a phone call. Okay, so back to where I was before I had my phone call. So yeah, you will not normally see this if you got a brand new laptop or desktop, however you got. But yeah, this part you won't see. What you will see is there's a step here that all computers go through. It gets to a certain point and then they just turn it off. They turn it off and then they let it set. And then what happens is when you turn it on for the first time, it continues because it's at that point. So this process you guys normally do not see. This is done at the manufacturers, and so that's why I said you don't see this part. Excuse me for the itch. So let's continue on here. Yeah, all of this part here is done for you when you buy a brand new computer. You never see it. The only time you see this is if you have to wipe it and reinstall it or reset it. This process you will see then. And it's just, again, that was a quick thing I was going through. Hopefully it won't take too long till I can get to that point where I wanted to show you. So, yep, we'll just wait for it to go through here real quick. I might pause the video so I can let it finish, and then I will come back to it. Alright, so I'm back. I had to do some other things and take a couple of other phone calls. But, yep, so you get to this. It's going fast. Use Express settings. It may restart, it may not. But this is the part that you see on setting up a new laptop or a new desktop. You don't see the stuff I was doing before. That's all done at, at the manufacturers, or it was all done at, the repair shop or computer store that you've done it. Or you're buying it, so that's where, that information, you don't see it. That's all done on our side. What you see is when you receive it, turn it on for the first time. You may see this in just a moment. Make it yours. Here you go. This screen will look different than yours. But this is what you're going to do. Now, of course, this is using a wired connection. If you're using a laptop where it's Wi-Fi, the step before this, it's going to say, let's connect you to a network. Don't do it. Down at the bottom, it says continue with limited internet or limited setup. Click that, and then you will come to this and see how it's asking for an email address, phone number, or Skype number. This is, your Microsoft account opens you up to a world of benefits. Bull. So you want to skip. Here's how you create a local account. And from here, it'll if you're using a newer one, it's going to say, are you sure you want to do this? Well, I can't use local. Local is a control word. Sorry. We'll use virtual. you don't have to put a password in. And so it just boots straight up into it. You don't need to on a local account. If you create a Microsoft account, it will force you to put a password in. It will eventually force you to put a PIN number in. Yeah, bypass this. Don't connect to your Wi-Fi. Don't plug it into your internet. When it asks you to create a Microsoft account, there's my phone again. I apologize. All right, let's see if I can continue this video. So anyways, yeah. Going back here, like I said, it's going to ask you to create a Microsoft account. Don't do it. I've got a whole video on why you don't do it. You don't connect your laptop or your desktop to the internet during this process. Leave it disconnected. When it asks you to connect to a Wi-Fi, you want to continue without the internet setup. Of course, this is a virtual machine. It's automatically detecting the wired connection. But this being an older version of Windows 10, it allows me to do it this way. So no, you don't want to do the Microsoft account. If it talks about a Microsoft account, there should be a button down here at the bottom that says skip. And then this is how you create a local account. So you just put in the name of the PC you're going to use. Could be custom, could be desktop, could be the name of your laptop, could be even your own personal name. That's perfectly fine. Make it secure. If you're using a local account, you do not need to put a password in. Where Microsoft accounts require you to do it, this does not. And this is the thing I tell people that, I have people come in and say that they've set up their computer and now it wants a PIN number all the time and they don't want that. Well, you've already set it up that way. I can't fix it. I'm sorry. But if you're doing the initial setup properly, kind of like what I'm showing you here, you create the local account. You do not have to put a password in. And then you just go continue on your regular business at this point. If you've gotten to this point, your Cortana is probably talking to you. This is an older one before Cortana was activated, but Cortana starts talking to you, and you can voice interact with a brand new setup on a laptop or a desktop, or you can turn it off and do it manually like we do it. This particular version of Windows 10 that I'm installing, like I said, is an older install copy because it allows me to do it for older computers if we're doing an upgrade. So it doesn't talk, which is fine. But it's going to ask you the usual questions. But like I said, the most important thing is on a brand new laptop, brand new desktop, do not create a Microsoft account. Create a local account. Do not connect it to the internet. Do not plug that Ethernet cord. Do not turn on the Wi-Fi on the device when it asks you. Force it to make a local account. This way you don't have to put the password in if you don't want to. If you do want one, you can put it in, but you don't have to. And then it loads up when the installation is all finished. It loads up directly into your desktop without you doing anything. So just things to remember and know. See, there's the desktop. Never not once asked me for a password. And I will tell it no because I don't want to do anything here, but I will show you this because this is using, again, a local account. We're going to do a restart. You've seen me do this a few times already. And so the computer is going to restart. Yeah, that's fine. Restart anyways. Again, because I'm using a local account, it's not going to prompt me for a password like a Microsoft account does. It will go right into the desktop. And this is what people want. See, there it is, right to the desktop. So if you don't want to do it yourself, if you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself, you can always bring it to me. If you need a data transfer from an old computer to a new one, bring it to me. Bring me both the new computer and the old one, and we'll do your data transfer. This is going to be your documents, your PDF files, your pictures, your videos, your music. We cannot transfer software. So if you have QuickBooks, bring me the disk, bring me the download, give me email access to whatever file is I need to download onto your new one. That's true for any software package. But personal files such as photos and documents and downloads and stuff like that, I can transfer those from one computer to another with no difficulties. So if you're planning on getting a new computer for Christmas, like I said, if you don't want to go through this process, bring it to me. We'll do it for you. And we'll set it up and we'll do your data transfer and we'll get you taken care of for Christmas. So anyways, questions, comments, you know where to get a hold of us. Like, share, subscribe. You can leave the comments down below in the comment sections. If you got a Google account, if not, you can go over to our Facebook page, like that page, and then you can leave comments there. If you are more of the traditional person, there's our phone number. You can give us a call and we'll answer your questions over the phone. And if we need to set up a time for you for a service, we can certainly do that. So anyways, talk to you all later. You guys have a great Friday.